Hi guys, it's Hanif from Eclipse All Sports, and I'm just wanting to bring you another cricket bat review. Today we're going to be looking at the BDM Champion cricket bats. So we'll start off with cricket bat number 1. So yeah, this is a lovely looking bat, as you can see. Nice straight even grains, a little bit of heartwood, little tinge of heartwood there. That's on the left-hander's outside edge, so if you're a left-handed batsman, that could be very useful for you. Or alternatively, if you're a right-handed batsman, there's not a great deal. If you have a look, there's not a great deal. It might not even be heartwood, it might be a slight water stain, because I've seen that on some of the BDM bats, slight watermarks, so it might be a watermark rather than heartwood. But as you can see, the grains are lovely, straight and even. That mark incidentally won't affect performance. You're looking at a 41mm edge and a 65mm spine. This bat is weighing in at 27.2 ounce, so it's a very big bat for the weight. If you look down the spine, there's no wood taken out, very full shape. And this bat incidentally was made to the Virat Kohli shape, so you'll see it's got the duck bill toe, and I would say it's more of a mid-middle position. Handle wise, it's a flat semi-oval at the bottom and tapers to a round at the top. You've got the standard red rubber inserts in the handle that you get with all the BDM bats. We'll just go on to the balance and the pickup. So like I say, 27.2 ounce, and with that duck bill toe shape and that mid-middle position, it does pick up really nice and light. Whether or not it picks up a lot lighter than the weight suggests, I wouldn't say that. I would say it probably feels 2.7. It certainly picks up light and feels light in the hands, and we'll just see how it performs. So yeah, the performance, as you can see, is excellent. Really responsive, really springy. For a bat so light, it does have a really good punch, and it will outperform a lot of bats that are heavier than it. But the ping is excellent. Like I say, 27.2 ounce, and it performs like a bat that's around about £2 9 ounce. The ping is that good. So yeah, that is cricket bat number 1. So you're getting excellent performance, nice even straight grain. The BDM class this as an entry level grade 1, so you're getting really good value for money, as these bats are selling at £184.99, so it's excellent value for money to get an entry level grade 1 or any grade 1 for less than £200. A lot of grade 2 bats now are selling well over the £200 mark, so this is really good value for money from BDM, and these are really good quality cricket bats. The pressing and the performance is just as good as a lot of the top end bats that you'll come across, and this one is a very good bat, guys. So that's cricket bat number 1. Moving on to cricket bat number 2. So pretty decent grains, nice and even, pretty straight as well. You're looking around 10 grains on this one. Not as big as edges. You're looking at a 38mm edge and only a 61mm spine. But if you have a look, you're getting a very even spread of weight all across the blade. So you're getting a very long hitting area basically, and it's very wide as it's very full, as there's no wood taken out. So you're getting a wide hitting area and a long hitting area, but you're not getting very big specs. So 38 is still pretty good. But this bat's weighing in at £2 10 ounce, so it just shows how good or how special cricket bat number 1 is. 27.2 with a 41mm edge and a 65mm spine with a full shape. But if you prefer a bat with a sweet spot that's more spread across the blade, so you're getting a longer hitting area, so you're getting more value for your shots all the way across the blade, then this could be a better bat for you, because the distribution of the weight is quite even. As you can see, that spine peaks around there, but it stays pretty high all the way along and all the way down to about there, so that just extends the sweet spot all the way along the blade, so giving you plenty of power all the way across the hitting area. I'll say is the colour, the painted back might not be for everyone. This is kind of a weird orangey colour. Personally, I'm not a fan of this colour. I'm not a fan of the painted bats personally as well. I think it's a nice idea. I think some people will really like it, but I think overall the paint will start flaking off. Once the ball starts hitting it, the paint will come off, and then your bat will start looking a bit shabby after a bit of time. If that's something that's going to bother you, your bat's starting to look a little bit used and worn, then I would probably say don't go for one of these bats, because they will pick up chips in the paint and it will start peeling off. So yeah, just bear that in mind. But if you like the look of the painted bats and you think it's cool and it's something that you want, then by all means go for one of these painted back bats. The painted effect is not going to affect the performance, it's not going to affect the quality of the bat. You're still getting excellent quality and excellent performance from these bats. So it's just an effect that they've tried. They've been using Spartan, if you've seen, they've used it with Andre Russell bats, and Chris Gale's bat was painted gold. So Spartan have brought it out and they've been using it on quite a few bats, and BDM have just tried it out as well. But me personally, I prefer to see the wood on the bat, but other people might have a different opinion. So if you're someone who likes the painted effect, then by all means, these bats, painted effect, you've got it, but you're also getting the excellent quality as well with it. So you're going to get a top quality cricket bat with that new modern day effect that you're getting with these painted bats. But we'll just go on to the performance. So again, I was saying it's £2 10 ounce. Performance wise, like I was saying to you, with that extended sweet spot, you're getting a good hitting area all the way across the blade, and that's very apparent when you start tapping the ball up. So you're getting good response down low, in the middle, and up towards the stickers. So it does perform really well all the way across the blade. And we'll talk about the balance and the pickup though, because it's £2 10 ounce. But like I said, with that weight spread all the way across the blade, it does help with the balance and the pickup of the bat. For me, it probably feels around £2 10 ounce. It doesn't make it pick up massively lighter than its weight, to be honest with you. But I think that's down to the handle, to be honest. These handles are probably a medium to thin thickness, so a second grip will probably help with the balance and the pickup. But these certainly don't pick up massively lighter than the weight, maybe a little bit lighter than the dead weight, but for me it feels probably close to its weight. It probably feels £2 10 ounce if I'm being honest. But yeah, the performance is excellent. You're getting lovely grains, nice 10 even straight grains, and you're getting that for £184.99. So yeah, that's cricket bat number 2. Moving on to cricket bat number 3. So this is a lovely looking bat, really nice grains. So if you're someone who likes 50-50 willow, so the heartwood, 50% heartwood, 50% sapwood, a lot of pros if you see using bats with 50-50 willow. So if you're someone that likes the look of the heartwood and all these tight grains, then this is a really good option for you, because a lot of UK companies will grade bats that look like this as pro grade bats just because some pros like to use it. But Indian companies tend to grade it slightly down due to the amount of heartwood that's on the face of the bat, and that's why this has been graded as an entry level grade 1 rather than a pro grade bat, just the way that they grade the bats in India. So we'll count up the grains. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you're looking around 13, 14 grains on this particular bat. So you get a nice number of grains, even straight. Specs wise, you're looking at a 41mm edge and a 66mm spine, and you're also getting all that for £2 8.9 ounce. So just look at the size of the bat, look down the spine, nice and full. This one has been painted black. It does go better with the stickers, I feel. It looks better. They call this the Dark Knight edition. To be honest, I prefer it to the orange. It looks much better than the orange. This one unfortunately has picked up a dint in the back in transit. So if you have a look there, you can see that the paint has cracked and there's a little ding. The quality of the bats is excellent, guys. Shape, size, everything you've got there. 2 8.9 ounce. And we'll just go on to the balance and the pickup and the performance. So this one's 2 8.9. And for me, this one picks up really well. Feels really nice and light in the hands. Probably feels 2.8, I would say. I would say it picks up. It's got a thicker handle than the previous bat that we looked at. and it certainly makes a difference with the balance and the pickup. The handle's much thicker at the bottom, tapers to a round at the top, and it feels really nice and light in the hands. So we'll just see how it performs. Yeah, the response is excellent. It's probably the most responsive out of all the bats. So out of all the bats we've reviewed so far, BDM wise, this one is the most responsive. The ping on it is excellent. As you can see, it's just pinging everywhere. And it's as good as any top end cricket bat you're going to come across. And you're getting all that for £184.99, guys. We offer also free UK mainland delivery on these bats, and you also get a free padded BDM bat cover with all the BDM bats. So again, that's cricket bat number 3, £184.99. Excellent value for money. And then we'll go on to the last bat. So we'll have a look at the grains. Again, you're getting quite a lot of grains. Not perfectly straight on this one, but pretty even. You're looking at 11 grains. There's no heartwood, all sapwood. So yeah, pretty good looking bat. And like I say, a lot of companies would grade this much higher than an entry level. So yeah, entry level grade 1. I think a lot of companies would be charging double for this type of willow, to be honest. Specs wise, again, not massive. You're looking at a 38mm edge and a 62mm spine. But what you are getting is a very full shape. Again, there's no wood taken out. Again, you've got the painted back, Dark Knight edition as they call it. Black matching toe guard. These stickers are all textured in emboss, if I didn't mention it earlier. So these are the new stickers that BDM brought out, which are really nice and a really good improvement, I would say. But yeah, this is a massive bat. Handle again, medium thick at the bottom, tapers to a round. Again, it's £2, 8.9 ounce. So it's a nice lightweight. So 38mm edge and a 62mm spine for £2, 8.9 is pretty good. And the last bat, again, it's one of those special bats. It was 41mm edge and a 66mm spine for £2, 8.9. So that's a massive bat for the weight. This one probably picks up. Let's have a feel. It probably feels very similar actually. The shape's pretty much the same. The handle thickness is pretty much the same, and the weight is exactly the same. Balance wise, they probably feel identical. So the last bat and this one, they pretty much feel the same as you would expect, because the shape is pretty much the same, the handle thickness is the same, and the dead weight is the same. So they pretty much pick up exactly the same, around about the 2 ounce mark. £2, 8 ounce, that's what they feel in the hands, and pretty much £2, 8.929 on the scales. So performance wise, this one maybe not as responsive as the last one, but there's not a great deal in it. This one's pretty close. As you can see, it's pinging pretty well all over the blade again. So again, that's £184.99, free UK mainland delivery, and a free BDM full length back cover as well. So excellent value for money for an entry level grade 1. Like I say, most grade 2 bats you're looking to pay well over the £200 mark now. So to get a grade 1 of any quality for £184.99 is excellent value for money. And these bats are all coming with around about 9-10 grains. So you're getting nice grains, so you're getting the looks, you're getting the size, and you're getting the performance with these bats. So they're pretty much the full package, guys, and excellent value for money. So check those out on our website, and thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye.